About 95% of the time, sovereign citizens are overwhelmingly wrong about everything that comes out of their mouth. In this particular sovereign, that's also a Karen, that we're going to see today, she's pretty much wrong about everything. However, when you watch the news clip at the end of this video, there's something there I completely disagree with. I think it was perhaps fabricated, and in my opinion, a little bit of wrongness on the side of our crazy sovereign citizen and on the side of the police. Hello everybody, welcome to the Common Sense Academy. I'm your host, Joe Palmetto, Joe the Lawyer. If you like my content, consider becoming a patron on Patreon. The link is in the top of the description below. My patrons are the ones who make this show happen. So take a look at it, consider becoming a patron. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Before we watch this video, I also want to thank Van Bayon for putting this video up. He has the best content when it comes to sovereign citizens. All right, raise your cup, your glass, your drink in the air. Some of you come here to see me, some of you come here to see the sovereigns, but most of you come here for the same time sip. Happy Sunday, everybody. Raise your cup, your glass in the air. A little Dunkin' for me today. Coffee, the nectar of the gods. Cheers. Delicious. All right, let's watch this video.
Call taker able to get a last name. She's refusing the ID.
You did say I had to have an ID to be here.
No, we need that. You need to give
Didn't
us
you say?
identify.
Okay.
Is the call taker able to get a last name? She's refusing to identify herself.
It's my God-given right to be here on this planet, and you cannot tell me otherwise. Correct? You just lied to me.
I lied to you about what?
You said I had to have an ID to be here.
No, you got
That's
to
not what I
identify
said.
yourself.
When you're legally detained, you can play back on your video. When you're legally detained, you have a duty to identify yourself to a police officer.
Okay, so they're saying when I'm legally detained, which I was not, that I have the
Can you try to run her without a date of birth? White female, approximately 40, 45 years of age.
How am I legally detained? Can you?
We were called here to investigate after I was charged. Okay, so they're saying
And I called
that.
you too.
Okay, so let me.
I called the police too.
Are you going to let me talk, or are you going to be the only one talking?
Rack?
Because right now, as a call taker, I know you want to have them on there for your safety purposes.
Yes.
But right now, you and I need to be talking, not them.
Says who?
You need to continue having a conversation with me. So
Because?
you said that she shoved you.
She
you want to
did.
file assault charges. She's saying you shoved her, and she has witnesses. You have witnesses to say that she shoved you.
She has the manager?
No.
No. Okay.
There are other employees that were in the fitting room.
I would hope. Okay, other employees. Well, there's also another woman without a mask. Isn't that interesting? How she only
Okay.
picked me?
Well, I have nothing to
She
do
only
with that at
picked
all.
me, the white person, not the black person wearing a mask. Do you think it's a racist thing? I don't know.
We're not here to talk about race.
Well, you know what?
At
It
all.
kind of seems like it's a racist thing when the black woman doesn't have a mask on, but she comes after the white one. That's the only
Okay, so
difference.
that's
for
something
both
where you would
women.
file a complaint with Nordstrom Rack.
Okay, but I also want to file a complaint with you for her assaulting me.
Okay,
by
and she
shoving
also
me.
wants to file assault charges
Okay.
against you.
Okay.
Sunset Valley, sign that.
Hopefully they have cameras at Nordstrom to prove all this.
Do you have a middle name?
Do you have a middle name?
Yeah, my name is Gene.
Where's
Sunset Valley,
it?
sign that's the
G?
negative.
Yeah,
First
middle
name?
White female,
R. Jean
approximately
Eller?
5'8",
Do you have one?
5'10".
Why is it your business?
Because we have to identify you. If I can't identify you, I'm taking you to jail.
Okay, this is
Okay.
getting weird. Now they're saying if they can't identify me, they're taking me to jail. How do you identify the homeless?
That's the
They
negative.
tell us their names, their date of birth. They work with us.
Are you
You're
able
not
to look
working
up
with us here.
anything
Working
or
with you, I
reverse
was
check
just
on the
assaulted
cell
at
phone
a
number that
store
you're
for
calling?
not
But we
doing
can't
anything
get to
wrong.
that. We can't get to that point. We're not on either side. We don't know what's
You
going
are-
on
you
because
are
we can't
taking
identify
sides.
you.
You are taking sides.
No.
Robert Eugene Eller, you are taking
Not
sides.
Eugene.
Robert Jean Eller, you are taking sides.
I'm not taking
And it's
sides.
really sad.
Listen,
It's really sad.
we're trying to get information from you, but we can't even get any information from you.
This happened at Nordstrom Rack.
Ma'am, you need to stay over
Sam, you
here.
can't leave because right now you're still detained.
No, you can't. You are being detained.
Why am I being detained?
Because
Please.
we don't know who you are,
Okay, I'm being detained because they don't know who I am.
Okay,
Which
we were called
apparently
here.
is illegal.
We were called here for a situation. Okay.
A situation where I was.
Which we're investigating.
We don't
So if
know.
you are
We're
a victim,
investigating it.
Okay, where's the investigator?
If you
are you
are-
an investigator?
ma'am,
We are officers. We have to figure out what's going on.
if you're a victim of assault, we need to know who you are.
Carabelle.
So-
How did you know my name was Carabelle?
Because I heard you say it. You said it on the phone when you called 911. That's how I know.
You just called and got it. Don't lie.
No.
You are lying to me. I just heard you call the police officer that I talked to and get my name. Now you're
It's not
lying.
a police officer on the phone.
Now
When
you're
you
lying.
were in the fitting room.
You
I
are
heard.
lying. Stop. This
Okay.
is the second time I caught you in a lie.
Okay. Replay your video. I'm not lying.
Okay. Okay.
Making the situation worse.
No, you are. By not following the law. First of all, I don't have to identify
Yes,
myself.
you do.
Actually, I don't. It's called common law. You should read up on it. I do not. Okay? So we both know that I don't. I am a woman of God. This is my right as much as it is yours. This is my land as much as it is yours. I did not sign up for this. I am a Christian woman of God, and you are not going to put your disgusting rules on me that are false and not true. I will not have it. You understand that? I will not have it. I'm sick of being bullied. I'm sick of being lied to, and it's not going to happen anymore. Do you understand? The CDC just released.
Turn around.
Oh my gosh. Oh
We're
my
not
gosh.
gonna play this game.
Oh my gosh.
A mask showdown at Nordstrom Rack. Police were called after a Lake Travis ISD school board candidate refused to follow masking rules.
KVU's Hannah Rucker has a breakdown of what happened at the shopping center in Sunset Valley.
It was on April 7th when Cara Bell, a candidate running for the Travis County School Board, took a trip to Nordstrom Rack located on Brody Lane. According to a police report and video we obtained from the Sunset Valley Police Department, store employees called police because Bell refused to wear a mask upon entry in the store.
And she kept pushing, and so I put my arm out to block her from my entrance, and then she shoved me.
Employees told police she shoved an employee and forced her way into a dressing room. When police arrived, she was still in the dressing room on the phone with the Nordstrom Rack corporate office.
You need to come on. Let's go. Let's go.
Where are you calling me?
Meanwhile, police got a statement from two witnesses who explained the confrontation Bell had with the store employee. Bell was then escorted outside where police say they tried to ask for her ID.
Ma'am, do you have an ID on you? Do you have
We
it?
need an
Okay,
ID,
I need
ma'am.
you to stop because right now
We need an ID.
I don't have an ID.
You have an ID on you.
do you have a driver's license.
I have to carry an
Okay.
ID on me.
According to video obtained from police, her reply was in part, "I am a woman of God and you are infringing on my rights."
A woman
When
of God. This
when
is
you
my
are
God-given right. I
legally
am born here.
detained, you need to identify yourself.
According to the report, she took a step towards the officer. Two officers then detained her on the ground and put her in handcuffs while she resisted and yelled out to other people in the area.
Will not have it. You understand that? I will not have it. I'm sick of being bullied. I'm sick of being lied to, and it's not going to happen anymore. Do you understand? The CDC just released.
Turn around.
Oh my gosh. Oh
We're
my
not gonna
gosh.
play this game.
Oh my gosh.
Bell was given an assault citation, which is a Class C misdemeanor, punishable by a fine of up to $500. We actually reached out to Bell for comment, but haven't heard back yet. In Austin, Hannah Rucker, KVU News.
I have some news for you, sovereign citizen Karen, and anybody out there thinking about becoming sovereign citizens. It is not your common law right to not give your ID. And I respect the fact that you're a woman of God and you didn't sign up for this, but guess what? Most of us didn't sign up for what the laws are. The law doesn't require you to sign up for it. That's why it's great. That's why it works in a way. Oh, you also didn't sign up to, I don't know, not murder someone or commit a robbery, but it's pretty easy to agree that those are bad things. Isn't that true? So this woman is refusing to ID herself, okay? She says she has a God-given right to be on the planet. Those are all giveaways to show that she's a sovereign citizen, or at the very least, she's delved into the sovereign citizen elixir, right? She drank a little bit of that Kool-Aid, maybe not the whole pitcher, but some of it. Now, the police here are saying saying you are legally detained and you must ID yourself. It sounds like there was some sort of dispute in the store. This woman believes she was being singled out for not wearing a mask. I guess there was an African-American woman also didn't have a mask. I don't know what happened in the store. She brings up race as an issue. Can't speak to that. We don't know what actually happened in there. Okay, but here she is. The police are questioning her. She had called the police. She's being detained. And the police can tell you, they can say, hey, you're being detained, for them to ask questions, conduct an investigation, gather further information. Now, I don't believe that in Texas, well, let me say this. Texas does have a stop and ID law that applies to motorists. So if the police stop you, you do have to present your ID. Now, I don't know about the laws as to whether or not, if you're under investigation, that you have to present an ID. I don't believe that is a law. I don't know. I don't know if that is a law. So the police are detaining her, asking her to present her ID. She may or may not have some statutory protection. Whatever it is, it doesn't come from the common law. And she could have easily diffused this entire situation. This is the problem with most people when they're dealing with the police, is if you just follow some orders. Listen, if you give your name and ID, it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt you. If you just listen to the police, this goes for everybody in this country. We are living in the most insane times. Or maybe we're not. We're just seeing all of this stuff recorded now because it's 2021, and everybody, when they encounter something, they believe their cell phone is a shield and a sword. Oh, this gives me magic power. This raises me to give me authority over the police. And you can see this woman standing here trying to use it as a shield and as a sword. That's another problem that we're encountering in this modern society. I mean, I'm not that old, but for the first 20 years of my life, I didn't even use the internet. Okay, and some of the stuff that goes on today is unimaginable 20, 30 years ago. Okay, so interesting exchange here that she had when she talked about the name and date of birth for the homeless. And our officer here, who she calls by his full name, like she's a mom. Maybe she's a Karen, mom, sovereign citizen, or mom, Karen. I don't know what we call that, a momrin citizen. Kind of funny here. And he said, well, for the homeless, we take their name, take their social security number. They say that they're homeless, etc. That's how they identify. Well, that's pretty fair. Not everybody has an address. Is she saying she's homeless? Is that what she's saying? There's an interesting exchange here about how the officer came up with her name. Does it really matter, ma'am? Does it really matter? Can't you just stop and give your information and put a rest to this? Okay, you want to make a point? Look, you got your recording. You can go on YouTube or Facebook and make whatever points you want to make about what happened in the store. Now, she says she's running for school district. This transaction is not going to help. It's not going to assist her in running for school district. All she had to do was present her ID. Now, the news story that Van Bayon, check his channel out, he's the best, was nice enough to put at the end of the actual body cam video from the officers, states that she took a step towards the police and she was charged with a misdemeanor assault. I didn't see it. Now, I don't know what the assault law is in Texas, but I didn't see it. Now, if she was resisting during the act of being arrested and she was being arrested for some other reason, okay. But if there was supposed to be some assault before the arrest, I didn't see it. Now, we didn't get to see everything that happened until she was taken to the station, okay? And maybe they had the authority to detain her just on the fact that she didn't present her ID. And again, I'm not so sure about that, but I didn't see an assault. I imagine these charges will be dropped or thrown out. This is just a situation where the police had to defuse it, and I can kind of understand where they were coming from, but I really didn't see an assault. Woman, all you got, listen, I've said this so many times. When the police give you instructions, just follow the instructions. Please follow the instructions. You don't have to talk to them, but you got to follow certain things. You can give them some basic information like your name and who you are. It's just crazy. Give it up and sue them later. But when you're a sovereign citizen, you believe probably some of the Kool-Aid that she believes, we get the result that we got. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed my analysis. Thank you, Van Bayon, for making this video. And also thank you to my patrons, Andrea, Marie, Jonathan, Thomas, Michael, Art Vandelay, Jacqueline, Richard, Pim Van Meurs, and Romantis. You guys make this show happen. I appreciate it. Love you all. Guys, have a great day, great Sunday. Peace out.